So we just brought this M3 in. It is a 05 with the competition package. It is unfortunately an SMG, but not for long. So we're converting this SMG to a 6-speed manual. Pretty much what that entails is we're gonna pull off the SMG transmission, take the bell housing off, get that machined, put all the stuff from a manual transmission like the shift detents, all the springs, all the mechanisms to center the shifter, add a shifter, change the pedal assembly, remove the SMG pump, remove all those hydraulic lines that we don't need. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So first things first, we're gonna be removing this transmission so we can get it ready for the machine shop, pull off the bell housing once we have it out. The customer actually has a connection with a machine shop at his workplace. He's just gonna get it done by them. So all I really need to do right now is to just pull the bell housing off and we should be good. But in order to do that, we gotta pull the whole trans off, so let's do it. Alright, so we got the M3 lifted up. They actually have done a few things on it as far as modifications. It's got a full status group exhaust. The resonators have also been replaced with aero exhaust, I believe. And yeah, so we're just gonna start pulling all the covers off, pull the exhaust off, pull the drive shaft off, and then we'll see how long it's been. And depending on that, we might keep working or we might call it a night. Selena's gonna help me take all these covers and everything off, just make it a little bit quicker. Let's get on it. We got the M3, the transmission and everything pulled out, removed the bell housing, gave it to the customer. Hopefully he'll have it back as soon as possible. Welcome back to Shop Life. Just brought this car in. We're doing an aux input install as well as fixing the sunroof shade so he can open and close the sunroof. But yeah, if you have an E46 and you want to install an aux input and yours is newer than 2002, make sure you go check out my video on my main channel. It'll be linked down below, so make sure you go check that out. Yeah, the adapter itself is pretty cheap and it's a very quick and easy install as well, depending on how deep you want to go with it. But if you check out the video, I show you exactly what to get. I even have a link on the adapter that you can use. All good. Cause I heard about the info. Always knew that you be ruthless. But I never thought that you could do this. Fucked up eyes again, got the intro. Oh yeah, did you forget that I gave you the intro? That was my dude, why'd you gotta pick him? I was selfish in the way that I acted. Like I'm doing this just to get a reaction. Yeah. We're still working on the SMG conversion, so the bell housing was sent out to get machined so that we can, actually convert it to the 6-speed. So pretty much all that needs to be machined as far as the bell housing goes is 2 holes that have to be machined out, as well as a 3rd hole where just a pin goes through. And the whole purpose of machining that stuff is so that you can center the shifter. We're adding the detents and the springs so that you can have the shifter center itself. So when the car's in neutral, the shifter is usually in between 3rd and 4th. So if this is 3rd and 4th, it's in the middle. So you can also go to the left and then up for first, or all the way to the left and over to go to reverse. So we have to add the spring, the detents, in order for that to be able to happen. Another way to do it without modifying the bell housing is to get a CAE self-centering shifter. Those are also available on ECS Tuning and any other aftermarket parts places. And that will pretty much self-center the shifter, exactly what it says, so you don't have to machine the bell housing. But let me show you exactly what we did on here. This hole and that hole was plugged. It was cast over. So we had to get those machined out to certain specifications. Then inside we pushed in a sleeve, we pressed in a sleeve. And then after the sleeve goes in the detent and a spring. And there's a cap on this side. So the caps seal it because there's going to be transmission fluid going through here. There's 2 caps. The springs for the reverse is actually really, really tough. This is the reverse and this is gear 5 and 6. Then we also had to get this spring. There is an actual genuine spring available. It's also available on ECS Tuning, but we just made this one out of a normal torsion spring that we were able to get from McMaster Car. And this is right here is where all the centering actually happens. So these detents get pushed, the gear shifter, the shift lever will go through here, and whenever you're moving around, this actually turns and moves that in and out. But anyways, it's very simple. It's not that difficult as long as you have a machine shop that can machine it out to the proper specs. We're about to put the bell housing on the rest of the transmission. So we applied this anaerobic gasket maker. And what that does, it doesn't seal until there is no air present. So once the air is all removed, then it will actually seal. So as far as the old SMG wiring, as you can see, I've zip tied it down there, brought all the connectors that are unused up here. There's one tucked away back there. The other 2 are zip tied right there. So I just made sure that it's not touching any metal, so if it moves around it doesn't clunk or anything like that. The SMG pump is removed already. You can see that little indent of where a bolt used to be. There's one of the grommets. There's a second grommet up here. And this, we're going to have the actual intake manifold bracket that goes in that hole, the threaded hole right there.
First drive. after the manual swap.
Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I didn't film much in between, but we were trying to film clips for a DIY and whatnot. But anyways, if you have any questions regarding the SMG conversion or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment down below. We will have a DIY up on it soon as far as all the bell housing modifications and everything else that you need to do. But for the most part, it's very similar to a manual swap in terms of wiring, coding, and all that. But yeah, we're finally done with it. Car's actually already been delivered a few days later. A lot of you guys don't actually know that I have a main channel. It's called Shop Life TV. That was actually our first channel, and I even have a few vlogs on there from way back when. But anyways, make sure you go subscribe to that. Make sure you go subscribe to BMW Selena's channel, and stay tuned for more vlogs and more DIYs on our main channels.
No beamer when I pull in the sun. Change on me just like Polo the Don. Don't be fronting, girl, you know I'm the one. Number 2 is not an option, and they know they can't stop me. Take off, I can't take no breaks off.